Hey everyone, welcome back to the campground and the backside of our Kia. Today we're doing a comparison between two trunk organizers. We have the HEYTRIP trunk organizer and the EAROND trunk organizer. And right up front, I'll tell you both of these are great, but there are some differences. So let's get into that. Now for standard comparison wise, they're both 3-bin organizers with a cooler. One advantage that the EAROND has, the cooler can come out. So you can take the cooler with you, or you can just use this individually and have a 4th storage area. Now as I said, each of these are collapsible. You can use them as 3 bins, 2 bins, or even as a single bin. Now the advantage with the HEYTRIP is the floor piece that keeps everything solid is inside the bin itself, and it just stays in there. The EARONDs, you have to make sure that you keep track of these, so if you lose them, it doesn't have as much stability. But it does have a nice organizer on the side that you can put these into. Now, while these bins are very similar, not all things are created equal, and that's just the overall size of the bins. The HEYTRIP bins are a little bit bigger. They're about 1.5 inches to 2 inches bigger widthwise and about 1 inch bigger lengthwise. So you do have a little bit more storage area overall with this. But when you come over to the EAROND, even though it is smaller in the storage areas, you can take the cooler out, so that does offer you a 4th bin. So you could make up for some of that area that way. Now both of these do have a fabric area on the outside, but this side is not very useful on either of them. You could probably store some flip-flops in there if you were coming back from the beach, but getting larger items like some fruits or something in there, it's not going to work. But the advantage with the HEYTRIP is it's got storage on the other side that is useful for items like that. Now quality-wise, I can't knock either of these. The material is great on both of these. They're both well made, they're stitched very nicely, and they both feel like they're going to last. Additionally, they both have really nice handles that make them easy to take in and out. Now one advantage I'll give to the EAROND is when you go to collapse the bin, it is a Velcro. So when you collapse it for it to stay together, it does Velcro together, which makes it easy to collapse or pull apart. The HEYTRIP, on the other hand, when you go to collapse it, it is clips. And there's only a single receiver clip. So if you want to collapse one, you have to clip it to the first one. If you want to collapse all 3, you clip it to the last one. The downside with that is if you only want to use one bin, you're stuck with the cooler bin, which is not a big deal. You can still put dry items in it, but that's the only way you can use it as a single bin. The question everybody wants to know is which one of these two would I choose, or would I recommend for you? And honestly, it depends. There's a lot of similarities to these. They both come with covers, so you can always hide some of your items. They're both really well made. They both have coolers. The HEYTRIP does offer the storage on the outside, which the EAROND doesn't, but the EAROND does have the removable cooler. For us personally, I got the HEYTRIP. Reason being is it's kind of all in one, everything is there, and it does have a little bit more storage area. For my daughter and her boyfriend, I did get the EAROND. They like to go to the beach a lot. They want to take the cooler out and take it with them, and that one just works a little bit better for them. So either way you go, you're going to get a great trunk organizer. You just have to figure out which one kind of matches your lifestyle a little bit better. So as always, Amazon, I hope these comparisons and short reviews help with your purchasing decision, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your shopping day.